welcome back. Another episode. Wonderful. Triple P&J. Hey.
Minus the J again.
Minus the J. Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yeah, he hit the button.
Oh. Hey everybody, welcome back to
my
J.
Bastard.
Minus the J for today.
Not you, right? Y'all know we a rap group too.
We got an album dropping.
We've been in the studio. We've been making tracks.
A little bit, giving Mariah and Beyonce a run for their money. Anyway, as always, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little notification bell too at the top.
And on these. And on the streaming platforms, make sure you download our episode. That helps us out a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all the word that starts with the letter D.
I don't think it starts with a letter. I think it has a little arrow that points down. That means download.
Yeah, not the
download.
Down,
it has a
like
cloud and then down.
Yeah. Got it. Cloud and down.
Cloud and down. That means download.
All the popular ones and the not so popular ones as well. We're on all of them. So.
We're everywhere.
Click the button.
Worldwide.
Yep. iHeartRadio.
International.
Yeah, we're going to be on Hulu here soon, so.
Yeah, we about to sign a contract with Netflix too. Watch us anytime.
We got Hulu, we got Netflix, we got Prime.
Yep. You heard of K-drama? Well, here's American drama, bitch.
So what's going on tonight, gentlemen?
Been a day. Been an interesting day. So, enjoying it.
This great barbecue sauce is pretty good. I like it.
I like it too. What was it?
Sugar, grape juice, and barbecue sauce.
That's a good concoction that we came up with.
Yep.
It's delicious.
Y'all some petty bitches. They are making fun of me because they had me have Stella Rosa Black for the first time.
He can't ever follow along. We didn't make him.
And they were like, get this glass. You want a glass? So no, I chose on my own, but I did not like it. I said it tastes like grape juice and barbecue sauce.
I don't know why you didn't like it because you said you drank it before.
Did I say?
Yeah, you did.
I was thinking.
You did.
I was thinking Tequila Rose. So
Tequila Rose.
That's what I was thinking.
You got
the
that
milk
from Stella Rosa?
The rose part.
It's not rose, it's Rosa.
I know, but I got it fucked up.
Okay. Comprehension problem, but okay.
Right.
I know.
So anyway, as from the icon that's lovely out there,
What icon?
The one that we posted for the topic. What the fuck? I'm sorry.
The thumbnail?
The thumbnail, not the icon. I'm sorry.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
I've lost my fucking mind. So yes, the thumbnail we are talking about.
Good job, Willis. I'm so glad you got
Thank you. Talking a little bit about bums and pay gaps and property value
and food stamps and all of this and beating the system and all of this shit that y'all do or some of us y'all do.
Don't say y'all.
Some of you. I said some.
You kind of bounce back and forth, but
some people.
What some people do.
Hey, don't feel offended. If it ain't you, don't feel offended.
Well,
you must do it.
I don't do it, but I don't want to upset any of our fans.
He on ACP.
What the fuck is ACP? No, really, I want to know what's ACP.
Google it.
All right, so yeah, speaking on being a bum and riding the system and not actually trying to contribute to society and leeching on the system. I feel like you Googled a different type of ACP.
Affordable Connectivity Program?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's that thing where they...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not on that.
How you don't know what that is?
I don't sell it.
And he don't use it apparently.
And I don't use it, so I don't know.
He
Good job, Willis.
He trying to act for the viewers. Right. But okay.
What?
Nothing.
He gonna resubmit his application after we get out the podcast.
You hit up the DFCH. Never mind. Y'all will know what it is.
What is DFCH?
It's the food stamp people.
I thought food stamps was food stamps.
No.
Okay. Anyway.
All right.
Back to the topic.
Back to the topic. Now I'm so confused.
No, but in all reality, like, it's a big thing. Like, seeing how the first of the month hits and you got everybody and their baby in Walmart or any grocery store stacking up these carts full of food.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am struggling to eat for the week because I actually use my real money to buy groceries. It must be nice.
Right. I mean,
It must be
we're
nice.
we're not saying anything negative about people who are using food stamps. I mean,
No, we're talking
No.
about. We're not talking anything negative about food stamps in general. We're talking about the people that abuse the system.
That part.
right.
Because some people, you need help, but some of y'all,
No.
y'all do stuff to beat the system, like with y'all housing situations and stuff as well. But we're getting to that.
No, because I am.
We're getting it. We'll get to it.
Okay, because I don't know.
You know how we could go there. You know how when
There was a certain application that was getting passed around to apply for a particular set of housing.
low income housing,
Right.
When you work for a job that doesn't qualify for low income,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow you manage to get
the house.
Get the house.
Right.
Like that type of situation, abusing the system. Like you're lying, pretty
Right.
much.
See, and I've heard of people doing that shit, and it never ends well for them. Like the people that I've heard. Like, because eventually you're going to get caught.
Well, it's just the fact that some people make it seem like they got approved for something that they honestly never went for.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you're just staying there.
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
See, there you go. And like,
I can't wait to make this highlight video this week.
Yeah.
And then like, because I mean, we get it. Times right now they're fucked. Like there's no there's no middle class hardly at all.
No.
I mean-
Well, technically there is a middle class that's literally holding this whole
But you've got to make over $1 million. I think is what it's
to be
considered.
considered.
Middle
No,
class.
I think what I'm saying middle class is people like us. I know like the actual
No,
bracket.
we're not middle class.
Well, we are the
What are we?
backbones to this country. We're not the low of the low class because we have our own cars, houses, we have a job, we basically pay our taxes.
So you're going by class designation of like possessions, not what you make
Not
a year.
necessarily has to be like a particular salary bracket.
Because that's how I've always determined it to be, like how they do classes.
What's-
like local, like
You mean
lower
like financial
middle-
class?
Yeah, financial class.
Yeah,
Lower
no, I
class,
get what
middle
you're
class,
saying
and
on
upper
that,
class.
but I'm saying like just in general, the fact that like it's the average individuals who are working and having to have a sustain we basically sustain.
we live within
our-
our means.
I guess we're basically we're not feeding off the system and we're not feeding off of like the people below us.
We're
because-
not feeding off the system, but we're not rich either.
Well, technically, some rich people are feeding off the system too.
Exactly.
Technically, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
They just happen to be on the rich end of it.
Right.
Right. They're reaping
get away
the
with it.
benefits of the lower class people working for them. They're reaping all those benefits.
Right,
Getting
and it's
all that
still
money.
done through the system.
Looking at you, Jeff Bezos.
That man, rich as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being that fucking rich, like for real.
I'm imagining it.
Yeah,
Person,
If
it'd
you
be
were-
nice.
yeah. Imagine you're Elon Musk and you're so rich you can literally launch.
It's funny that you brought up Elon Musk because like he just got awarded as being in the Guinness Book of World Records as losing the most money in a single transaction or something like that
Yeah,
with the whole Twitter thing because he lost like his ass in Twitter. But yeah,
I mean
Good.
he's just buying up social media left and right. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like it's kind of good though.
how?
I don't know. Maybe just one person control social media and just be done with it. I'm just playing. I don't know.
I'm like,
I have
where are
no
you going
logic
with
behind that at
this?
all. There was no logic behind that. But anywho, I don't know.
That's the juice.
That was the
making
juice.
you
That was
funny.
the juice.
I'll just be saying shit at this point. Don't mind me, guys. I'm not dumb. At least that dumb. So
You're not dumb.
I'm just. I can't. Either you're pretty or you're stupid.
You can be both.
Pretty and stupid.
pretty and smart.
I don't know. I'm just playing. Let me stop drinking this drink.
But no, I kind of feel like some of the stuff in the system is made to make us always struggle, if that makes sense. Like the way this topic came up last week was we were talking about these houses again that we just mentioned. I feel like, okay, you came up with this new subdivision that you say is for low income people, which there's nothing wrong with that. We're going to keep reiterating that. However, you make their rent really cheap, right? And then us, that's, you know, barely getting by, but we're not considered low income. You raise our rent to like around this area, 900 or higher or something like that. It's like you want us to be broke.
So to kind of like backfill you guys in, so recently in our area there was a subdivision that was basically established, and called, I forgot what the name of it was.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So basically
They're trying to get us sued.
Right. It doesn't matter.
It is
Keep
what
going.
it is.
Keep going.
So at first, like I thought they were going to be like a regular housing community. Like somebody was saying that the rent was going to be around $750. I was like, that's not bad. I mean, it's, I guess, reasonable for this area. And some people are going to be like, oh, it's cheap. I get it. Some rent in some areas is like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to get it. But for here, you know, I thought that was reasonable. So later, come to find out that these homes, which are really nice, they're really nice, 3 bedrooms, I think like 2 baths. Got a chance to take a look at them. They're low income housing, you know. So I don't think that's a problem for people who actually really need it. But what about the rest of the community? Like, we're just out here fighting over whatever kind of scrummaged houses we have in the area.
Right, and see, and that's the problem right now is because like the housing market right now is just like the housing market right now. Trying to buy a house right now is kind of crazy.
Expensive, yeah.
It's
great.
so expensive.
It's great if you're selling a home.
If you're selling a home, it's perfect. Or, you know, it's just, you can't build right now because the price of material is just astronomical because of inflation. And then, like, if you're selling a home, like, it turns into a bidding war. And of course, it's not in everywhere. I want to specify that. It's not everywhere that this is happening, but in a lot of places across the country, it's happening. Well, what happens is when people can't buy a home, well, they immediately start looking for a rental. And what happens is when you have supply and demand, you've got people who are trying to find an apartment. They're trying to outbid the other people who are trying to find an apartment. And so the landlords are just reaping the benefit of this.
Right. Because they're seeing everybody's filling out applications. It's like, oh, okay, everybody wants an apartment now, so
yeah, you can raise the rent.
Opportunity to raise the rent.
Right.
You know, and I've lived in an apartment complex where the rents are not the same, and you're staying in the same type of unit as the person next door. Because, not saying that I did this on purpose, but somebody had dropped their letter. It was like a letter that tells them what their renewal rate is going to be, and it happened to have like the same kind of unit size that I had, and their rent was significantly cheaper than mine.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. So they change it based off of, I don't know if credit had anything to play with it.
Credit has a lot to do with it.
To an extent, but I was like, for that much of a difference, I feel like some people's income is kind of different, so they kind of like play that into a factor as well.
Well, and also depending on which apartment complex you get into, like if it's one of those corporations who have like multiple properties and stuff like that.
That they have sister units and stuff like that.
See?
So basically, like if you can go from here and then you can go over to this other units and their pricing might kind of match it. So it's like, I guess that's kind of it. To me, it feels like a monopoly in a way.
I would
because
absolutely.
they can control, like, in a way, like here, like there's certain areas there where people own so much stuff, and then over there they got all this stuff. Like, what is it? There's a couple different realtors with this area, but anyway.
Don't get me out on
I'm
that
not,
because we're not good at name names. But yeah.
I'm not. I picked that.
I will say I'm very happy because like, not to toot on horns or anything like that. Like where we rent from.
Correct.
Everybody, it's across the board, same amount. Like there's no, it's.
Thank you,
company.
Thank you, company.
No, I feel like where we rent from, they did it the way that it should be done.
It was a blessing to me.
Yeah, it was.
A blessing.
I feel like how the application, not to tell too much, how the application process worked, with the credit check and all of that, and that's based off of your deposit is based off of your credit or whatever.
Right.
I feel like that's better than you basing it off someone's income.
Mm-hmm.
So your deposit is just more if you have shit credit or you known for not paying bills and shit like that. Your deposit's more.
Right. Because you're
And
a
that's
high
it.
risk person.
Right.
Yeah.
Liability.
Yeah, I like the
That
structure.
should work.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
Yeah, that was good.
Never mind.
Okay.
But I like the structure behind it. Just like he was saying, it was the application process, and then not only that, but the term on how it works. I don't know if I could put that out there. Like how our leasing is.
It works like that for most rental places.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
After the first year, you're not really in contract lease anymore.
I don't know. A lot of places they like to renew.
Oh, they'll renew you.
Some of them will, some of them won't.
Yeah, the one we rent from, they do not. But
Shout out to y'all.
Thank you. Y'all are heaven sent because
We love y'all.
These places will put you in a 13-month again. And the reason why a lot of these places I've learned that will do a 13th month because they try to do the timing right. Some people, like I heard between the months of November and like February is where you want, or when landlords want to avoid people renewing their leases. So
Why?
to keep tenants.
Mm.
I forgot the exact breakdown behind it, but it's for some reason that's the time frame when people are either coming or leaving from homes and units.
that makes sense because everybody's getting their taxes right around that time.
Pretty much.
So they can afford to pay the down
You said
payment.
November, December?
between November to February.
Oh,
So
okay,
that's
yeah.
why they do 13-month leases instead of 12-month leases, because that 1 month extra
Makes a difference.
makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll roll with that. Sometimes people just don't have it, or they can't find it. Like the demand for apartments right now are
it's
on a
insane.
low because everybody's already been housed. So let's say if you leave and you're trying to find something, nothing's available because you had that 13th month lease. So that 1 month might have fell at a wrong time for you. So now you have no choice but to re-enroll in another lease with your current apartment.
And then your rent probably about to go up.
Right.
That's exactly
that's
what
what they
happens.
do.
It happened to me. my
Before
sister-
too, and I left.
She-
And I ain't renew shit. But luckily,
And they be raising that shit like $100.
luckily the
Well,
two.
you've got people now raising it thousands of dollars.
Luckily, the 2 apartment complexes that I've ever lived in, my very first one and then the second one, I was moving regardless because I knew I didn't want to be there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But once the lease was up, or it was about to be up, I got a letter saying, if you don't, I got a letter saying something about the rent's gonna go up like 60 to 100 or whatever the amount was back then. Dollars by this date, yada yada yada, and I'm like, okay, so be out by this date, gotcha.
Right. That's what I want to know.
I'm pretty sure it was auto renewal, right? Like if you don't have some kind of
Yeah, it just renews
Written,
itself if
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you
They
have to
don't-
give them like
like,
most
30 days.
or like you
30
tell
to
them
60 day
they-
written notice that
Yeah.
you're leaving.
And then y'all know you could clean the fuck out of these apartments. They will do whatever to not give you your damn deposit back.
Mm-hmm.
My very first apartment that I lived in, I'm pretty they said that it was based off of your income, but I didn't feel like it was. But because my first time renting, my rent was $493. It was some weird number. And when I went to, turn in my keys and ask about the deposit and all of that, this bitch gonna tell me, this young lady's gonna tell me,
Not the young lady.
this young lady's gonna tell me, well, we actually had been charging you the wrong amount for this past year you've lived here. So apparently I was supposed to be paying like $20 more or some shit like that. So they used that to where they couldn't give me my deposit back.
Oh, so they lied on you?
Jeez.
Yeah.
How does that work?
But-
I don't fucking know.
How does that work?
How does it much did it?
I don't remember. That
So-
was
You could.
She
I
basically
could've,
said
but
that for
You're
the
not getting
past
rid of
year, you
I hadn't paid enough, right?
$25. That's almost $250, like $270
Yeah, the magically the amount that the deposit was.
I would have busted out my lease and be like, this is what we signed, is how much I paid, and that's what
you can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, and then the second apartment that I lived in, the whole deposit thing, I didn't get the carpet professionally cleaned because I didn't feel like it was dirty.
That's your responsibility.
They say in the lease you have to get it professionally cleaned, so I knew I wasn't gonna get part of that back, but I don't feel like it costs $275 to clean this damn carpet. I really don't. And that's how much it costs, and I couldn't get that deposit back either.
Like it was a single area of carpet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe it was in 2 spots. I don't know, but the carpet wasn't big.
Get your rug doctor and clean that shit the fuck up.
I wasn't cleaning a damn thing. I cleaned the walls and shit, but the carpet, I vacuumed it up and went about my business.
Replace that carpet.
What they did.
But no,
they didn't replace it when I got there.
Yeah, right now, and like I said, and with the whole, like I said, housing market's bad, and I wanted to hear some of this stuff that y'all have talking about the food stamps and stuff, because that's
okay. Speaking of food stamps,
FYI, we're not bagging on you for having.
No, we're not. No. And actually, I want to ask.
The whole thing is.
Actually, I want to ask a favor. I want to ask a favor. If any of y'all are selling food stamps, we can't do that. I forgot. Never mind. Send us the email. They don't know.
They will know.
They will. How
they gonna know who I bought it from? If I did that.
Anywho, our friend is just kidding.
He does not do that.
Right? No, I don't.
But no, like it's hard right now.
All the people I hang out with, they say make too much for them, so I can't buy them anyway.
And like, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, like, because I'm not to put out business. Like my mama, when we were kids, she got food stamps. I don't know how much she got, but I remember.
There was a time in my life where the person I was with was receiving food stamps. So.
Yeah, like if you
I had them one time too. It wasn't long.
If you need it, go for it. I'm all for it.
It's an amazing program.
I feel like the people who just get on it and stay on it, and it's just like.
You don't try to get better. You don't try to.
Some of them really don't even need it. Like I hear how some of them literally will pay their bills by selling the food stamps because they get so much.
Are you fucking kidding?
Right?
No, I'm so serious. Example A, may or may not be a real person, receives X amount of food stamps, 1,500, will turn around, get more of something else, turns around, sells that for a 2-to-1 ratio, which anybody who knows how the game goes, that's how it goes.
What game?
You sell $2 worth of food stamps for
every dollar.
For every
so yeah,
dollar
so he or she gets 1,500,
right,
so they sell it for $750.
In some capacity, that yes. So they will turn around and pay bills with that, out of the money that people like us put into the system. That we get taxed for that.
For y'all's food stamps.
For y'all's food stamps. And I mean, I'm fine with being a supporter.
Absolutely. Let's just put that, like, I do not mind paying my taxes as long as it's going to programs that better people.
To better people.
To better people.
Right. But if you just, stuff like that to me, it just kind of like.
If you're getting that much and you have to, well, you don't have to. If you're getting that much and you choose to sell over half of the shit.
I feel like they resort to it.
And you sell over half of the shit, I don't feel like you need that much. You're just abusing the system at this point. That's my opinion, and it's going to stay like that. Drop down in the comments, let us know what your opinion is.
Yeah.
Or leave a review.
I mean, it's just like, well, what was it, last year? Like, what was it, last year, year before last, I can't remember, it was like, where like the most expensive, Miami took over New York as being the most expensive city to live in. And then apparently like the average rent, what?
Nothing.
Like the average rent was like $2,000 or $3,000 a month for rent.
Yeah, remember that video that we had talked about in New York with like the smallest apartment of 55 square foot, and they're pushing $1,300 in rent?
That's just stupid. Well, I looked it up.
Imagine Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I looked it up, and New York is now again the most expensive. But that for what'd you say was like 300 square feet?
Where?
The apartment you're talking about.
No, it's 55. 55 square feet.
So a closet.
These rooms are what, 25?
So a closet.
That's a closet. 55 square feet is a closet.
No, these are 25. Because each.
You want me to get the measuring tape?
These are what, 10, 15? I think there's a 15 by 15.
So half the room, half the size of this room,
Pretty
is
much,
a
yes.
closet.
A closet.
A walk-in
And
closet.
A walk-in closet.
Yes.
Is
So
13.
basically,
Fuck
literally,
that.
these rooms are like, these closets have a sink, a stove, an oven, and that's
How
it.
big is the fucking stove and oven?
It's a small one. It's not like a regular stove. It's like almost like a mini stove
Oh, bitch.
and a mini oven.
Fuck you.
And here the kicker is they share a toilet.
Oh, fuck no.
Four of these little closets share a hallway. Imagine like
I'm fucking out.
I'm so serious.
No.
I'm so serious.
Ooh.
Like this shit is on the internet. It is on YouTube. You can search this up. Like they literally have 4 of these little
The fucking
units,
ghetto.
and they go out to a hallway, and it's a door, and you open up the door, and it's literally just a toilet.
Yeah,
And you share that with
no.
other people.
I've seen that before.
That's like a public bathroom.
Hell yeah.
Is there a sink?
No,
No.
he said it's just a toilet.
I think there's a sink.
Where the fuck is the tub?
Nowhere.
They don't have a tub?
I have no idea. I don't know. They probably have to shower in like a public shower.
fuck.
Or go
you
to the
paying
gym.
$1,300 a month?
For a closet and a mini kitchen. I am so serious.
If any of you people who are paying,
You people?
who are doing this,
Is him looking at the camera?
who are doing this, if this is your life, baby, you are fucking stupid. Alright? You do not have to live in the city that bad that you sharing a toilet with somebody,
Look.
don't have a shower.
Look, for less than half that price, you can come here and get a 3-bedroom. Come on now.
Right.
Let
And get a good job.
right.
Somewhere. Not at our job.
Yeah.
Oh.
Over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow.
I mean,
We're
we
over
can't
there.
have roommates in our houses, but I mean, shit, we'll help you get something.
Right. You can stay in my backyard.
I'll refer you.
I will gladly refer you if that's your living situation. Baby, fuck me running.
Fuck you, running.
Ooh,
How that work?
I
I don't know, but if you're paying $1,300 a month for a walk-in closet with a toilet or with a sink in it, oh fuck no. And there you go,
Just like
because your
that.
landlord just smacked your ass and told you you're pretty. Okay, go.
They told you something.
Mm-hmm.
They lied.
I'm glad you happy living in that city, but fuck that.
Yeah,
But we went and looked at these houses that we were referring to at the beginning of the episode. We went and took a peek through the windows. They're really nice. I really feel like we have a bunch of low income houses or apartments or whatever
A lot of them.
around here. I feel like
I can name 4 off the bat.
I really feel like
Seriously?
I really feel like that community it's a gated community. I really feel like that subdivision didn't have to be low income. It could have been whoever.
The thing is, I feel like why they do that is because the fact that the demographic in this town or this area is for
And then you're not
retired-
even advertising it.
Well, I don't know if that's a budgeting thing, but they did somewhat advertise it, but at the same time they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a community thing.
Well,
like
you see
anybody
who they
following was
advertised
like-
it to.
Huh?
You see who they advertised it to.
But yeah, so like the demographic for this area is retired and older people, so that's why they supplement this type of stuff, you know. And other than that, it's military. So either all the rent here is based off of BAH and military income, or you qualify for low income. But the people in the middle, you're stuck trying to figure it out. You can go to, we all know where that place is at. It starts with the C.
Huh?
It starts with the C.
Where? Who?
Where 2 of our friends
Oh,
stay.
up to speed. The apartments where 2 of our friends live.
What? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know what we were talking about. Actually,
like places like that is where most people end up at. There's like a couple of like where else?
There's one like right next door to them.
Then there's the one by the back gate on like near base.
That's low income. I heard.
No,
I heard.
they're $750.
Oh, are they?
Yep, and they got rotations.
Oh, you mean?
No, they too.
And they got rotations.
You mean like going off the Ellick Highway?
No, I'm talking about when you go down Highway 10, going to like Pitkin, and then the
Those
back
are
gate
low
by the post
income.
office.
Those are low income.
They now are.
They are.
Now?
They are.
I was told they weren't.
They are now. They
Oh.
probably weren't back then, but they are now.
When I went on the website, I called them like, but this was like 5 years ago.
They are now.
Mm.
I know someone that went there before, and they are.
But yeah, that still proves my point. How most of the stuff here is either low income or it's military
Now,
BAH driven.
now let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We know some of the jobs here don't pay shit. So,
Absolutely.
so
And
some
that's
of
what I'm
y'all
the
do
ones
need
that are stuck
that,
in the middle, like we're stuck.
right?
Well, see, and the part of the problem with that, which we've already discussed this,
Because we still gotta buy food. We gotta pay real rent. Our rent ain't
Car notes,
$27,
insurance.
right?
and
Yeah.
like that, and we
Clothes.
Thank you,
Clothes.
Sheen.
I don't even know. That's why.
Thank you, Klarna.
Thank you, Klarna.
That's why, like, if we didn't work at this job, I'd be trying to figure out how these other people survive. Well, to be honest with you, most of them do like construction.
Yeah, around
Stuff
here,
like that.
I've noticed it's you either work with one of the military contractors,
Mm-hmm.
construction, or
A
you work
hospital.
offshore.
That or you like at a hospital. Like most of them are nurses,
Oh, I'm not.
and they seem to make it float.
Right, but at the same time, it's going back to that. It's the jobs around here are, for me, what I would consider they are extremely low-paying jobs. Like
They are.
it just
But
it
they always
blows
have
my
the money
mind.
to build a church around here.
And the thing with it is like you hear all these people saying, "Oh, it's so cheap to live here."
Not when you start adding shit up.
Not whenever you've got these jobs that are paying.
Not when the government's not helping you.
Whenever you've got these jobs that are paying like $9 an hour, like.
What those paychecks look like? Give me like a roundabout for $9
Well,
an
I'll
hour.
tell. Well, if you
Because
pay,
the last time I checked, like $3.50, like a $7.50 job, you're getting like $400 checks
right,
every 2 weeks. $9, I want to say you're getting $500-$600 checks every 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I mean, some people
That's
have to work.
crazy.
Some people have to work those jobs. Those are the people who I feel like need the low income shit.
That is true.
you're
know,
bringing
but
home like $1,200 a month.
Is that with or without taxes?
That's after taxes.
After taxes?
After
A
taxes,
month?
a month. You're bringing around $1,200 a month.
That stresses me out.
Yeah,
That's a check.
that's $9 an hour. And people are living off of that, and that's what people pay.
What?
What?
I'm going to hell. It is what it is.
I thought your screen shattered.
No.
Who that is?
Aw, love the moms. But yeah, and so I mean, like you've got these people that are paying this, and you've like people out here working 2-3 jobs, and it's just. It just irritates me. It irritates me.
Yeah,
that
but no,
people-
that's what I was saying. Like when I found out that place was like low income, I was like, okay, so because I'm trying to make it in life, I don't qualify
And you
for
have
these
a
houses.
decent paying job.
That's why I said trying to make it because like it's decent. I'm not gonna act like we're rich.
No.
Yeah, for this
absolutely.
area, we
It's-
get
we make
paid.
very
We
It's
get
above
paid well.
average.
Yeah.
So
Go somewhere else. What we make now ain't shit.
right, they'll look at us and be like, oh, I can. Never mind.
That's-
I mean, I-
That's one of my checks.
What
right.
we make here
But
wouldn't
then
pay
you gotta-
shit anywhere else.
Well, your salary adjustment or adjust to like the area that you.
I mean,
Certain.
depending on where you go.
Yeah, but anyway. But yeah, I just feel like, when I looked at it and I was like, oh man, I was so excited. I was like, considering it, sorry, Mom, I'm not gonna go anymore. But
Huh?
I was considering leaving. That's why I was apologizing, Mom.
Leaving where?
Here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, get
Hey, Mom.
your shit together.
I'm sorry.
Gonna leave what we
You're gonna
pay
break the
rent.
fucking group
Right.
up.
Lost your mind.
Right. The ones that
Every
took
time-
me. It's always the ones that take you in.
Mhm.
Every time he said that,
It took
he would be like, "This is happening. This is happening." Bro, I'm just ready to move. And you're like, raggedy bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support you.
I'll
You,
support
That's
you
what
raggedy as
happens
fuck,
when
but I'm
you
gonna
get
support
tempted
you.
by the false gold.
Like,
Okay.
Oh, the low income,
The false gold. Yes.
the scammers,
The scammers.
the scammers,
The ones that will feed into your emotion.
the ones that's lying. That's
Lying about.
where
I ain't even got nothing to drink.
the ones that's lying about how they're living.
right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
Because, like, you were telling me this, and I'm like, how the fuck is he gonna. Why the fuck? Because, I mean,
It was fraud as fuck. That's all we can
Right.
say.
I mean, like, if you want to be, can we just be honest? I mean, do y'all want to tell them how much we pay a month in rent?
No,
No.
we already did.
Huh?
Thought we already did.
Mind your business.
Okay, but
there we
anywho.
go. Anywho, sorry.
Yeah, so I just thought that it was a little discouraging considering the fact that, like, when you go and see this type of stuff being built, you're like, okay, this would be nice for the town. People, who actually work can try to apply for it, and then if they make it, they can make it. But no, it's just like, no, you have to make less than 60%, 50% of the area median income. If you have so many kids.
Did they tell you what the median income is for the area?
There's a list on there. So basically, like, the area median income, I think is 30. They have like two different brackets. I can't remember. There's like different numbers. Like 36,000 was the area median income, and then you have to make less than 60% of that, or less than 50% of that. So I did the math, and I'm sitting there like trying to figure out, like, how is the rent?
30. You said
700
36,000. Is. Go ahead. Do your math. Sorry.
Is the area median income, and you have to make less than 50 to 60% of that. So in terms of, like, money wise,
60%.
yes. So let's kind of put that
18,000.
correct.
So if you do 60%, that's gonna be.
Yeah, let's just
60.
say like 36,000.
You gotta be a broke bitch.
Times 60%.
Yeah, times 0.6. That's 21,000. It's like a McDonald's job, honestly.
That's how much you have to. You can't make more than that to move into those places.
If you're a single individual.
Oh.
If you have kids, like, that changes.
And now, do me a favor. Divide that by 12.
That's 18,000.
Multiply that
1,800.
time. Multiply that time 19%.
Why 19%?
That's how much you pay in taxes. If you're a single person with no children.
Well, we're not worried about the taxes right now.
No, I'm trying to figure out how much your paycheck is for every 2 weeks.
Multiply it.
Multiply it times 19%. Do 19. Or
No, it's 019. Oh, no, it is 19. I'm sorry. Look at this trying to math. $342.
subtract that from what?
I don't know where you're going with this.
Hang on, I'll do it my way.
He said divided by 12.
That's a lot of numbers.
You
And
said
then-
18. You said what was it? Oh,
Why was it 19%?
hang on.
That's the tax bracket, I'm assuming?
In that market, yes.
He just told you.
You just listen to anything, huh, and think that's the numbers we need to follow.
2160.
You just asked a question.
Yeah, because that's why I'm trying to figure out where he's getting these numbers, because I would have did
He
it.
just told you
I would
why.
have did it a different way.
He just told you why,
Curtis.
Daniel.
I feel like, because you don't know, never mind.
Because I don't know what.
You don't know the numbers.
I don't have to know the numbers.
Right.
I live comfortable.
Why are you arguing?
Your
I'm not-
paycheck
you just
every
asking the
week
same
to live in
questions.
that house. To live in that house, your paycheck every 2 weeks is $729.
Right. And originally I thought that when they said the rent was supposed to be $750. Or
What?
$750 a month.
That's more than your paycheck.
That's what I was saying. Like, how are you literally
Take
paying
one
for
little
this?
bit of money.
I got. And
Right.
just gonna go live in this house.
Right. But apparently I was proven wrong based off the information that we received from this person. the rent for this person was like what, $360?
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yes. It was $360 for this low-income individual. And I think it's crazy that I see people driving these nice cars, living in this home. Like, how are you driving these nice vehicles?
Because we went through the gate.
Income? Right. Like, you're driving like a Cadillac CT5, and you're a disabled veteran. And if you're a disabled veteran, you have to at least, and you have on the license plate, you have to have at least 50%. Okay. And that's a monthly income, I want to say, I don't know.
I'll be damned.
It's just something about it. I'm not trying to count pockets, but at the same time I am.
No, because if you're cheating the system and doing this, knowing this person, because I have a feeling I know who we're talking about.
I just told you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I know who we're talking about. He makes as much as we do, or he or she makes as much as we do. He makes as much as we do, and that's how much his rent is. For saying he's in low income housing,
but
it's not his rent.
It's not his rent. Think about it.
Oh, I thought about it.
Yeah, it's not his.
I'm fucking dead.
So
that's cheating. That
is technically not cheating the system. It's making false claims.
Well, no, because
they were telling him and a few other people wrong information.
Right.
They were making it seem like, and I don't give a fuck.
All we had to do
watch the show or not. They were telling these other individuals that we work with that they could. It doesn't matter what you put on this application. They don't check that in a low income place.
They're basically trying to make us. It was almost like low key fraud.
It's not low key fraud. It is fraud.
Okay, it is fraud. Correct. And you were putting it out there like, oh, it's gonna be, it's good. All you gotta do is do this, and this.
Yeah, but we make the same, and you ain't even on the lease.
Right. So basically, like, you got it in a different way, but you was trying to make us believe something by technically lying about it, and then it would have gotten us caught up.
But see, here's the thing with that though. If they're living in this house, their income has to be reported too.
Don't know.
No, they don't have to say that they're living there.
They don't
have to say that they're living there if you have other home locations.
Well, no, hang on. If you're living in a rental property, every person who lives in that home has to be on that lease because the landlord has to be responsible for you.
Well, let's think about it. Not everybody does that.
Not everybody tells who all lives at their house.
Fraud is what fraud does.
Especially if you have a person that's in and out as they please. Or when it's convenient.
So what will happen is, if, God forbid, that they're ever caught, then everybody's evicted. That's literally what will happen.
Well, whatever the case is, that's
whatever God has in store.
Yeah, that's between them and God. But all this is just to prove a point as to saying that people...
Y'all bitches be cheating the system and getting over, and then us, people who are honest and actually work for our shit, we... are middle class, or what'd you say, middle class? We get the shit into the
Let me just say that we're the backbone of most of the everything that happens in, I'm gonna just say, this country. Like, whether it's low income housing,
we're technically what is considered working poor, is what we're considered.
I guess that's
makes
the term.
sense.
But yeah, we literally carry the people that are at the top and the bottom.
Right. We are working for the million and billionaires.
And we carry the fraud.
Right. We carry the bottom.
Right.
So yeah, we're getting pulled from both ends. So this is why, if you took offense to any of this, don't. Unless you're one of those people, then you should.
You abuse fuck off.
Right.
Take all the offense you want to.
Right. While your refrigerators are stuffed.
But if you're out there and you're struggling,
I like looking at my piece of ice.
I do
in the freezer.
Yeah, but if you're
my piece of ice and my egg and my grapes.
If you're trying to better yourself and you're just going through a rut right now in life,
there's a difference between having a family and using it as a support for your family. You know what I mean, like that. But
That's what it's there for.
Like you'll
Right.
know. Like,
it is
if
a
you're
safety
just-
net, so you're not homeless and you're not
Or
starving.
starving, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're just out there and you're like just like, oh, I work under the table. I ain't gotta do this. I'm just gonna.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, like I just work under the table and I don't gotta report my money and I can just say that I make this much and then I can get food stamps and all that other stuff. Like you're kind of like cheating the system.
You're very much cheating the system. You're taking advantage of it, and you're taking away from people who actually need the system.
Correct. Yeah.
But
So-
we could talk about this all night because there's several things I wanted to also bring up, but we ran out of
We're running
time.
So overall, I think that kind of just wraps up the bums.
This try
We
to
about to say prostitutes? What were you about to say?
No, I was gonna say like the price gap, but I meant
Oh.
to say like the.
Yeah, we didn't
Pay
even
gap.
discuss pay gaps and everything.
Technically, yeah.
No, we didn't because it's even worse. But yeah, anyway.
We may or may not have a part 2 for this.
Right. So
Yeah, if we do, it'll probably be in a couple of weeks. I don't know. Maybe next. Who knows?
we'll see. We're gonna keep you on your toes.
To be continued. But anywho, like always, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. All of that's in the description of this YouTube video. For all the other streaming platforms, make sure you follow us on there, and you also download our episodes and give us a listen on the go. And with that being said, that wraps up another episode of Triple P&J. Y'all have a good evening.
So.